Progressive Suspension was founded in 1982, and today is the leading manufacturer of aftermarket suspension products here in the United States. Everyone knows Progressive Suspension for their great ride quality, but you probably don't realize how much testing goes into those products. Today we're going to show you all the testing that we go through to make sure you get the best ride quality possible. Here at Progressive Suspension, we want to make sure that everything is tested thoroughly before we release it to the market. All the shocks that we design have to pass 3 different tests before they're released to you, the general public. The first test we have here is our tensile strength tester. What this tester does is it tries to destroy the part. We call this the destroyer. We'll put individual components in here, like this shock rod end. We want to find out at what point will the part fail, so that you don't have to find out on the road. The next test we use for all of our shocks is what we call EMA. EMA stands for Electromagnetic Actuated Dyno. What's great about this machine is that we can set up different ride profiles and test the performance of each shock on this piece of equipment before it actually goes out onto the road. The third and final test that we do on any of our shocks, as well as our fork spring or our monotube kits, is our durability test. This is a hydraulic dyno. It's more of the workhorse dyno. We can set up a set of shocks or springs for the front forks, monotube cartridge for the front forks. We can set them up on this machine and let it run for hours, days, weeks, months. The data we get from this test tells us how long our products are going to last out there in the real world, and we want to make sure that we know that before we actually send them out to you as a consumer. In 2018, Harley-Davidson really shook it up when they came out with the M8 Softail. Rather than using 2 shocks, it's now using 1 mono shock. We came out with our 465. This particular shock has what we call a RAP, a remote adjustable preload on it, so you can adjust the preload settings whether you're going to do 1-up or 2-up riding. Another great thing about this shock is it has rebound adjustment. You have 5 clicks of rebound adjustment to further tune in your ride quality. Another new product that we came out with for the Milwaukee 8 Softail models is our 429 shock. This shock is going to give you a better ride quality than the stock unit. It has the adjustable preload, and it comes in lengths of 12.2, 12.6, 13.1, and 13.5 inches lengths. The 990 series from Progressive Suspension is our premium shock. It's the top of the line Mac Daddy. It comes with high and low speed compression adjustment as well as rebound adjustment, and has an adjustable base where you can raise the bike up to ½ an inch. What's great about this shock is it's super adjustable. If you're the kind of person who is a high performance rider and you want to have control of your suspension, this is the shock for you. The 990 series shock comes in 2 different versions. We have the piggyback version here, which you'd use on your Sportster and Dyno applications, and we also have the remote reservoir, which you would use on your touring bike applications. The 944 is one of our best-selling touring shocks. What makes this shock so unique is its 2-spring configuration. At the top of the shock, you have your compensator spring or your helper spring. This spring compresses very easily. So when this shock is mounted on the bike and the bike's on the lift, this spring is completely extended. When you take your bike off the lift, the weight of the bike compresses this spring. When that happens, the valve moves a little bit higher up into the shock body. For people who have a shorter inseam, this is a great shock because it actually lowers the bike 1 inch from standard height on your Ultra Classics, your Limiteds. If you have a street glide and you want to keep it at standard ride height, you can use this shock to attain that, but get more ride quality, a better ride quality, because now you have a 13-inch shock that rides at a 12-inch ride height. Progressive Suspension offers a wide variety of shocks, fork spring kits, and monotube kits for almost any application. Make sure you dial in your SAG to get your best ride possible. Go to our website, progressivesuspension.com. Make sure you dial in your SAG to get your best ride possible.